Welcome back to the Stingy Trigger Tabletop. This is Trigger here today to talk to you about practice rounds. Now, there's a lot of these out there on the market. There's a lot that are professionally produced by a variety of companies. You can see some examples of them here. We've got a couple in Smith & Wesson 40, and we've got a couple of 20 gaugers. These are the spring-loaded type. There's also some solid aluminum options that are out there. But the reason that I only have a couple of these type, as opposed to these, which I'll get to in a moment, is because of price. These guys are about $3.50 a piece, sometimes as much as $5 a piece. The solid milled aluminum ones are on average about $5 per round. And if you need a variety or a large number of rounds, that gets pretty expensive pretty quickly. Well, I know what some of you are thinking. Trigger, all I need to do is function test after I've done some maintenance, or I just want to practice staging my trigger. And hey, you know what? That's fine. All you need is one round. Go ahead and purchase one professionally made dummy round. However, if you're like me and you own a gun wherein there are drills that you might want to practice with a larger number of rounds, for example, my Ishapur Lee Enfield, if I want to practice the Mad Minute, wherein I need to practice loading 30 rounds or more off of a stripper clip and cycling through, chambering a round, firing, ejecting the round, cycling in another round, what have you, and I need to do that 30 times, it's hard to time yourself if you've only got one round. However, as I said before, these professionally made ones are anywhere between $3.50 and as much as $5.50, sometimes even $6 depending on your location. If you need 30 rounds at $5 a piece, that's $150 you're spending on solid aluminum snap caps. I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of cash lying around just to practice cycling one of my rifles. As such, I contacted a forum member on one of the firearms forums that I am on and post on regularly, and I asked him to make me these. These are recycled brass that I collected off the range just from my various shooting excursions, and brand new .30 caliber bullets that I purchased at one of my local outfitters. Sum total, including shipping the components to him and paying for the shipping return back to me, I was able to get 30 dummy rounds in total for about 40 cents per round. And that included a whole boatload of extra brass and a whole boatload of extra bullets that I've got sitting around if I decide I need more in the future, or if I want to get reloading. Now, the one thing that I will advise you to do, especially if you're going to keep these particular types of rounds around, is that you mark them somehow. Two most common methods are a little bit of paint. All of my dummy rounds have a nice blue line right around the neck there to indicate that they are a dummy round. And realistically, if you're making dummies, what you should do is take the round and put it on your standard drill press with like an 1/8 inch hole and drill right through the side so you can tell without having to look or worry about your marker coming off. So it's a great way to get a lot of rounds to practice with quickly. It gets you on good terms with some folks that you might want to make an acquaintance of or ask questions of at a future time. And it gets you some spare components at a fraction of the cost. This is just a handy little trick to get a lot of rounds quickly, especially if you're going to be trying to do a lot of the faster high round count practice drills that are out there. Oh, and one last thing. One thing that I haven't done to these rounds yet that you may want to consider doing, especially if you've already drilled through the side, is to take a brass nail, clip it down, and put it down where the primer would be. Once you've got the hole in the side marking the fact that it is an inactive shell, you'll have a nice solid brass striking surface in the back of your dummy round so that you can actually pull the trigger and practice firing without worrying about damaging your firing pin, hammer, or whatever mechanism with an empty dry fire. Once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun and project videos, and remember, We're just a couple of city slickers figuring this out as we go along. Thanks for watching.